know, weaving can be extremely complicated. It takes 100% of your concentration. You can't actually let anything go through your mind. Part of that is the allure of process of creation. That process is different for everybody, but for me, it just turns out that weaving was what made sense.
Belly to belly, face to face. Those eyes you take me to the start. Sweetheart, sweetheart.
So I love the story behind weaving. It came off of an animal, and you can actually, sometimes I'll find little pieces of like grass or fiber or things that the animal had been eating, and the characteristics of their wool, whether it's a long staple or a short staple, how kinky it is, how soft it is, and that actually can inspire the weaving.
Like a ghost on marble steps into the rain.
The wool gets sent up to a mill where it is processed. And all those people too they're part of that story, and they're part of that thread and part of that dialogue. You get to have this connection that travels from the beginning of the story, which is a sheep, and you can follow that, and then I get to take that product and incorporate it into my creative. I know all the hands that have touched it before, and now it's in my hand, and I can create this beautiful, one-of-a-kind woven piece with it.
Because this material is a real heavy, dense fiber. When it comes out of these rolls, they'll get bigger and break, so we kind of got to really keep an eye on it. This is the last stage before it goes out front to the spinner.
After the skirted fiber arrives here at the mill, we'll take this material and just do a quick sort through, looking for any short pieces or any pieces of vegetation that the customer might not have gotten out before it came in.
Depending on what the customer wants, if it's a 2-ply or 3-ply, and we just hook it up in this machine and it comes down through, you'll see that these two colors are applied together. And untwist and see that it's purple and green.
I was working in the city as a creative director in advertising, and I just wasn't fulfilled. Although I was being creative, it was mass-produced and it was corporate creativity. When I found weaving, you know, it was something that was an art form where you had an immediate and very personal connection to it. It fulfilled a gap in my life of just this creative spirit that was lacking for me. You can't really just have one job to survive financially out here, and that was one of the sacrifices I was willing to make when I left the city, to have this lifestyle, to wake up and just look out the window and see the beauty and the ocean. It's worth it. It's worth living my life on my own terms.